Just 2 miles from the scene of yesterday's multiple stabbing attack, armed police surrounded the suspect's home in this block of flats. The 25-year-old, understood to be a Libyan national resident in the UK, was arrested earlier near the scene. The man's neighbours were moved to safety as officers conducted a detailed search. At one point, the sound of an explosion rang out. The earlier attack in Forbury Gardens in Reading town centre was sudden and violent. Police and members of the public fought to save the lives of those who'd been stabbed, as air ambulances, paramedics and doctors arrived on scene and began triaging multiple victims.
Last night at around 7 o'clock I heard multiple sirens. We then heard an air ambulance close overhead to where I live, which is about 5 minutes away from the park, and the air ambulance landed in a park next to where we live called Kings Meadow. We went to investigate, and about 10 minutes later a further air ambulance arrived and landed in the park, and paramedics from both of those air ambulances made their way to the scene.
Police confirmed later that 3 people had died. 3 others are being treated in hospital for serious injuries. Police say they are keeping an open mind as to the motive for the attack, and although they are not currently treating it as a terrorist incident, they are being assisted by colleagues from the South East Counter-Terrorism Unit. Both the Prime Minister and Home Secretary expressed their shock at the events in Reading and said their thoughts were with the victims, their families and first responders.
It's very important for all of us across Reading to take some time to pause and reflect, remember those who have lost their lives, think of those who are critically injured, and to remember that we are talking about a senseless act here. But it's important that we as a community, as we always do as a community, pull together.
Police issued a statement to confirm the attack was not linked to a Black Lives Matter protest, which happened in the same park, but ended 3 hours before the stabbings. The main suspect remains in police custody this morning. Thames Valley Police say they have no intelligence to suggest that there is any further danger to the public. However, they are urging people to remain vigilant and report anything suspicious to the police.